Pete Hegseth just got called out as a potential war criminal by a senior military general on live television. Yeah, you heard that right. A decorated general went on MSNBC and said the Secretary of Defense is using the language of war criminals and could face an international tribunal. And Trump? He's out here lying about unlimited military resources while draining our stockpiles and pulling defense systems from Korea. Let me show you what went down.
Well, now you're in a problem because you...
Major Manor, let's start with this rhetoric from Hegseth. This is a guy who publicly defended war criminals before. What do you hear when he says no rules of engagement?
First of all, thank you for taking the time, as you did a few minutes ago, to recognize the fallen. Every single military member who is killed or wounded in action, their lives actually impact dozens of their families. So thank you for taking that time. Secondly, I want to be very clear. The words that the Secretary of Defense said are absolutely the words of potential war criminals. Those are the kind of words in terms of no rules of engagement, the idea that no quarter be given. Putting it bluntly, the president cannot protect this Secretary of Defense, even if he does give him a pardon for any crimes. The International War Tribunal will potentially consider this Secretary of Defense for war crimes against humanity.
General, as somebody who has served in the military, I want you to kind of fact check for our viewers this constant claim that we hear from people like Pete Hegseth that we have unlimited munitions, that we have unlimited firepower, that this war could last as long as we want it to last. We hear that also from the president. There is this kind of arrogance to dismiss the fact that resources are being spent, not just financial resources, but human resources as well. And the fact that we're taking pieces away from South Korea to protect our allies and assets in South Korea and bringing them to the Middle East to protect countries there.
It is absolutely political propaganda and lies that we have unlimited resources. Think about it. That implies that we have as many missiles, unlimited, infinity. Not true. Absolutely not true. It also disturbs me greatly when the president himself says, we're going to hit them again just for fun. It sounds like a bunch of frat boys talking about something. Death and destruction and the harmful impact on human beings is not something fun. And it's very disturbing.
What was that? A general just said on national TV that Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of Defense of the United States, is speaking like a potential war criminal. Not might be overstepping, not raises concerns, the words of potential war criminals. And here's the thing, he's right. No rules of engagement, no quarter given, those aren't tough guy slogans. That's the kind of talk that gets you dragged to the Hague. The International War Tribunal doesn't care if Trump pardons you. They don't answer to Mar-a-Lago. And this general made it crystal clear. Even a presidential reset won't protect Hegseth from international prosecution for war crimes against humanity. Think about that.